Hello and shalom. This is J. Rivka Sulan, founder and executive director of Ancient Roots Israel. Ancient Roots Israel is the first international herbal conference and community in Israel. You know the drill about getting the sunlight. I'm actually filming this video in the evening, but you know that around noon you should be getting out every day and rolling up your sleeves to the elbows and locating the sun and getting your 15 minutes a day of vitamin D from your sun. 15 minutes a day is all you need to build and maintain a healthy immune system. I'm holding in my hand right now a glass of fresh squeezed lemon juice, and I'm going to do the taste test right now. Okay, my daughter sprinkled a little sugar in here just in case it had a negative effect on me. I freshly squeezed the lemon juice. Lemon, I don't need to tell you. I was hoping my face would tell you it all. Lemon is tart. It's tart, and it has this astringent kind of quality. It's so useful for so many things, and I want to take you right now to go visit the lemon tree in my yard. Hey, ladies and gents, this is my lemon tree, and you can see some of the lemons growing on the tree. We like many things in the wild weed garden, we let it go. We have a compost right underneath the lemon tree. And that means that the lemon tree, just right there on the ground, nothing fancy. People have asked me a lot of times if you need some kind of fancy equipment to have a compost. I'll try and get under the tree. You do not? Okay, we'll check it out in a minute. As you can see, here I'm under the tree. This compost can get pretty high, and then when the rains come, it just, pushes everything down. Yeah, you can smell the tree, sure. So you can see the lemons, they're not quite... You can kiss the tree, yeah. The lemons are not quite in season yet. There's Enya smelling the tree and kissing the tree. Just be careful because there are thorns on the lemon tree. Did you notice that? There's some lemons growing in clusters.
The blue, guys.
It's what?
It's the blue, but the pink.
Okay. Didn't quite catch all that, but the lemon tree. Okay, so let's start with the obvious lemons. What can we use the lemons for? So, here we've got our lemon, not ripe. We all know what a ripe lemon looks like, I assume. You can use the peels, you can eat the pith, and you can actually use the seeds medicinally and of course the juice or the pulp of the lemon. Lemons can arrest internal bleeding. Some people will put some lemon juice on a cotton ball and put it in their nose to stop bloody noses. Lemons squeezed into water the first thing in the morning are commonly recommended as a weight loss protocol. Lemons, of course, are antibacterial, antiviral. They, flipping the camera again, I'll put the tree behind me. They are used against colds and flus and respiratory illnesses and other illnesses. The idea of squeezing, have you ever been to a restaurant? Excuse me, and been served, that's the lemon juice still working its magic. I see. Okay, have you ever been to a restaurant and you've been served a fish or a shellfish dish or something like that, or even a raw or, rare, medium rare, kind of piece of meat, and it was garnished with a lemon, or you were served it with a lemon. It wasn't just a garnish for beauty. The idea was that by squeezing the lemon over the fish or whatever it was that you were eating, typically an animal product, meat, flesh product, that you would be killing any of the bacteria that may have not been killed in the cooking process on that meat, and therefore save your tummy some aggravation. So digestion, lemon is used as a cleaner. So you can take the cut lemon and just rub it all over your cutting board to disinfect the cutting board. You can add lemon and lemon peels. Cat's okay. you can add lemon peels to vinegar and make a nice washing or window washing solution. Lemons have been used in preventing scurvy. I'm sure you know about that. They're very high in vitamin C, and that's an illness caused by a vitamin C deficiency. Um, let me see what else. Oh, teeth, mouth. You can use lemons in on the gums and in the mouth for a sore tooth, toothache, bleeding gums, anything like that, to both arrest the bleeding and kill any bacterial infection that might be in there. You can add it to your toothpaste for a nice clean of your mouth. Hair rinse, lemon juice, and also the peels same way. You can soak them or add them to an infusion or something like that. Make a hair rinse. You can combine it with coconut oil. You can combine it with almond paste. You can combine it with different things to make a mask for your hair to heal damaged hair follicles, or to encourage lustrous, luxurious hair growth, or promote hair growth where there may be thinning hair. Lemon juice is used on the hair also. Of course, you would use it as a rinse, and then you would rinse it out. You leave it on your hair about 10 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on what you're doing. And rinse it out. If you didn't rinse it out and you kept lemon juice in your hair and you had lovely golden, like this little one over here, not that I've ever done it, but if you have lovely golden locks and you would like to add some highlights to really any color hair, especially shades of blonde, you can leave the lemon juice in your hair and then go out and get your 15 minutes a day of vitamin D from the sun, and your hair will have lovely highlights. And it's a natural bleaching agent, so this works for different skin issues, so age spots or discolored skin, or things of that nature where you might want to bleach out certain things in the skin. Bacterial infections of the skin, like acne, or some other skin situation, you may want to dilute lemon juice first. It can burn. Again, we're talking about lemon juice. We're not talking about lemon essential oil. And I almost never talk about essential oils, but if I do, I will mention it specifically. Why am I bringing up essential oils right now? Because I learned the hard way when I was a young kid, just starting to learn about herbs and essential oils, that lemon essential oil really burns. And you would never want to use it neat. You never really want to use any essential oil neat. So go ahead, everyone who's who feels differently, you can go ahead and comment on your opinion and your thoughts and your sources as well. But anyway, so definitely you don't want to be applying an essential oil neat, but you can always twist the lemon peel and have natural oils come out if you wanted to give that a try, or use the lemon juice just kind of dabbing it on different age spots or pimples or something like this. Digestion, helping with the filtration system of the body, kidneys, liver, that sort of thing. Inflammation, it's an anti-inflammatory. These here lemons. Let me think if I've forgotten anything. So I'm gonna. I think I've said every important thing that I can think of anyway with the lemons. I want to move on to the rest of the tree because all of it can be used, but I think the next important thing to discuss is the leaves. And luckily for me, fresh, you can use dried lemon leaves, but they get bitter when dried. So it's best to use them fresh. I'm going to turn the camera. Okay, so we can get a better look at the leaves. Here's some of the newer compost underneath the tree. One of my kids dumped this a little bit further out than normal, but you can see we're just going back to that compost. Anyone can start a compost. Anyone can start a compost. No fancy equipment. I don't even turn mine. I just stack it up right on the ground. And I've been doing this now for about 10 years in 2 different locations. Okay, so here we go. Here's some of the leaves. You can see the newer leaves had that light green color. Of course, I'm colorblind, so maybe that's a yellow. They have a waxy appearance. These are really pliable, the new leaves. The older leaves are much more like a bay leaf. They are stiff, they're hard to bend, they will break, as you can see here, easily, or snap. A lot of times these leaves are used as a mold for chocolate leaves. If you've ever seen that, you take one of these leaves that has a nice shape. Ooh, that's a cool one, isn't it? And you just kind of paint melted chocolate onto the leaf and the front or the back, and there might be a light lemony flavor. Using the leaves as an infusion, as a tea, is supposed to be a drink of longevity that can extend life. Of course, it's also has the same kind of indications. High in vitamin C, yes, even the leaves, antiviral, and more, bacterial, microbial, etc., etc. But I mentioned the viral because it has traditionally been used as a treatment for the flu. An infusion of the leaves sipped frequently throughout the day. You'll get, because the leaves, okay, so here's another herbalist hack, a little tip. Typically, we are careful about applying direct heat to our plants when we're using them for medicine. But when it comes to roots, twigs, seeds, bark, hard, tough things, we tend to deconcoct them, which I'm just trying to step around my compost right now, which means applying direct heat, otherwise known as bringing them to a boil in this case. And the lemon leaves here work beautifully when brought to a boil because they are so tough, just like the bay leaf, same kind of idea. So you can boil it just like you would boil a bay leaf in soup, and then you kind of take that bay leaf out. You can do the same with the lemon to give your foods a nice lemony flavor. It's often used in Thai cuisine. You can also eat them. You can slice them up, shred them up finely, or chop them up finely, sprinkle them in your soups, let them get soft and infuse into your broth, and go ahead and eat them. It should pack a nice flavor punch in your food. And what else? Oh, you can wrap. I was vegetarian for 20 years. Now I occasionally will eat meat. So I don't know a lot. This never pops up in my head right away, but you can wrap up what my 2-year-old is doing. You can wrap up your meats in leaves, and apparently this is used in cuisine all over the world. It's used in to wrap. Try to get the tree in to wrap oysters and different red meats and other things as well. Probably pork and all that stuff that I don't eat. But there you have it. Well, it's a cool lemon in the background. I wonder if I can zoom in on it. No, I can't. Okay, I have to look at that. Right. So the leaves are used often, and of course you can cook meats or anything else over the wood from a lemon tree. It's listed over and over. I know it gets kind of redundant because it's listed everywhere, but especially for the lemon plant, make sure that it is not sprayed with pesticides. Apparently, to get those beautiful looking lemons at the store, there are a lot of pesticides used, and so if you were buying dried or even fresh lemon leaves from a place that did such a thing, then you would be having all those pesticides in your food. So just make sure that you have an organic source, which of course I do because it's growing in my yard. People can grow lemon trees, at least in the north of Israel, fairly easily. Just want to get in there, get some of that bark. I can't get super close because of where the compost is situated, but it's a really beautiful bark. And yeah, oh look, here's a little bit of a yellow lemon. They get tall. I've been told that you have to chop off the top and do all these things to it. I haven't touched it. I haven't bothered it. You know, I find that when I try to mess around with Mother Nature messes around with me. So I just let it do its thing. I trust that it knows how to grow. If there's some light pruning that I can do without causing too much drama, yeah, hang on, babe. Then I'll do that. But anyway, lemon tree, and I did mention there were little spikes. Here, I will show you one of those right now. Do you see that? Hang on. Let me try and grab it without poking myself. Can you see that? One of those spikes. They are sharp. I didn't realize that a lemon tree had spikes. I'm going to try to focus the camera here. See if that'll work. But they do, and they are sharp. You know, here's some of the smaller ones here. You can see that. So just be careful about that. You know, unlike the caper bush where the spikes kind of curve in, hang on, these do not. You know, they're going out. So as soon as you put your hand in, they'll get you. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a plant where every part is used. And not toxic, and has a delicious fragrance and scent. We're told that in Gan Eden, the trees were all supposed to be, the trees were supposed to be edible. Every part of the tree, every part of the tree was edible. And that's how it's supposed to be in the future. It's supposed to be all edible, every part. So this is a situation right now where the tree really is all edible, all usable. Although I think in Gan Eden you were supposed to go over to the tree and just take a bite right out of it. That I wouldn't advise. At any rate, you can hear that I am needed. So I hope you enjoyed our little foray into the lemon tree. See you next time. Okay, so a few more things about lemon that I forgot. Vermifuge. So intestinal worms, internal, external, lice, same thing. Lemon juice, used as a hair rinse, mixed with an oil, olive oil or some other kind of oil, rubbed into the scalp, left on for 30 minutes, and taken off should kill lice and loosen them and nits, to make brushing. My head is itching just thinking about lice. Anyway, yes, that's another important thing. People ask a lot about intestinal worms and about lice, so I would be remiss to not mention that here.